Let's go. What are you grateful for in the chat? Light them up. I don't see anybody in the chat. They can't hear me. Oh. Well, how about now? How about now? Oh, okay. Thank you. All right, y'all. Let's start this over again. Wins in the chat. What are you grateful for in the chat? Cameras on. What are you grateful for in the chat? Cameras on. What are you grateful for in the chat? Cameras on. What are you grateful for in the chat? Can't even take a nap these days without can't even take a nap without the camera, the computer just doing its own audio settings. It's crazy. Can't even take a nap anymore. Like, how messed up is that? Ryan's suit. Ooh, look at Ryan's suit. Look at Ryan's suit. Ryan, is that a custom suit? What are we rocking today, Ryan? Armani, Giorgio, Calvin Klein, Calvin Klein.
I think it's
Hugo Boss.
Yeah, Calvin Klein.
Calvi over there. We got a little Calvi on today. I like it. I like it.
Calvin Klein. That's all I wear.
We have to upgrade you to custom next year. You're gonna have to upgrade you to custom.
It's amazing. I feel like people can't tell the difference.
They can't. Nobody knows shit. People pretend like they know shit. They don't. I had all sorts of suits.
Get this, and I got a great deal on it. So
that's all that matters. That's all that matters. What else are you guys grateful for? What else are you guys grateful for? What's some wins? Let's go. It's end of the year. Let's get some wins. Let's get some wins and gratitudes. Not going to see you guys for a couple weeks. I know. What are you going to do without me? What am I going to do without you? It's going to be weird. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be weird. Let's all send Molly. Let's all send Molly some good vibes. Molly's not with us right now because she's got like every disease known to human possible. COVID, the flu. Send her some good vibes. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Somebody's grateful for Christmas, life, sunshine, and 70-degree weather in December. Holly, I'm with you. Like, I'm with you. Look, where's my phone at? Look. We'll show you. We'll show you. We have to turn on the AC here in a second. I know you guys are all getting upset. It's not my fault. Like, deal with it. Nobody told you to live in cold places. Look, that's the balcony. That's the balcony. Yep. Nice, perfect 70-degree weather all year round here in Medellin. Y'all, nobody told you guys to live in cold places. It's your fault. It's your fault. What else? What else? My family, perseverance. Can someone kill the music? No, we can't kill the music. Cody's death metal. This isn't death metal. This is Tony Robbins pump up music. Where do you guys live? Tracking this week like a madman, setting up showings for 3 different clients. Let's go. Jan, 4 out of 5 listings with deals accepted. Yeah, Edwin, great new clients. Holiday shopping is Sheila. What did you buy me? You said it's done. I mean, like that. I assume I'm part of the gift. I mean, like I feel like I'm the gift that keeps on giving. I don't know. It's fine. Whatever. I didn't get anything. I'm a size 56 for bikes. Medium. I like expensive shit. Rolexes, gold, diamond, silver. Oh, so cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, whatever. Done with my holiday cards. Busy holiday season. Sean, why are you surprised by that? I'm not surprised that you're having a great holiday season. I don't know why you're surprised, bro. Jennifer, setting up to start the new year with listings. Camila, consistency on my work out and my calls. 2 accepted offers put under contract today. 5 properties under contract and 1 listing signed into 2025. Some people say it's slow. I don't know who 206 is, but thank you for giving us your phone number. If anybody wants to spam them, their phone number is right there. It's 206-888-3211. Health Goals Family. Edwin, I'm sorry. Real Estate Sales Academy, another birthday. Can we play death metal? No, Cody's not here. Got a clear to close on my escrow. Oh, I got the book from you today, Jan. Thank you. Cocaine turkey. Okay, Molly, go back to sleep. And why do we do this?
Molly's on drugs.
Yeah.
Listen to her.
Yeah, no, nobody listen to Molly. Molly,
She's running a temperature. She's fine. Don't make her
Molly's got a temperature
erase.
900 degrees right now. Why do we start? Molly, why are you here? Go to sleep. Why do we start working on, like, why don't we just get into, like, right into it? Like, why spend time working on our mindset at the beginning of a conversation like this? Why is it important that we work on our mindset?
Recording in progress.
What are we priming the brain for?
Success. If we think negative, we're going to get negative things coming back to us.
Yeah, but you know what? Most of us can find all the things wrong in our life, and we have a very difficult time finding one thing good in our life. We're not trained to find the good. We're trained to find the bad. The bad is what keeps us alive. The bad is what we need to worry about, right? The lions. And so we're not used to looking for the good. I also want you guys to see that there's no such thing as a slow market. There's slow times. Some of us are slower, but if you consistently do the work, it's vitamin time. That was lunch and chocolate, vitamins and chocolate. If you consistently do the work, guess what? You will have consistent business. Most of us think that December is a time to take off. It's just because we're tired. We've been beat up all year long. And it's like, why keep getting beat up at the holidays? Sharon just sent us a text. Sharon sent me a text and he's like, bro, deal of the week works. Agents don't know what to say. It's not your fault that nobody trained you. It is your problem. It's not your fault, but it is your problem. It's not your fault. The stuff that goes around the industry, LP Mama, Ninja Selling, Ford, work on your sphere, don't talk to people you don't know, stranger danger, right? Like, I don't know, y'all. Every single person here at one point was a stranger. Now some of you are my best friends. But y'all started out as strangers, stranger danger. Sharon was a stranger. Now he's all of our idols. Your greatest idol was a stranger. Now you love him. Just saying. So many of us are scared about talking to people we don't know. And the reason why is because nobody taught you. And so when you go through what we're about to go through right now, I want you to remember, okay, there's two buckets of people, right? There's two buckets of people. Let's just add a new page here. Can we add a new page? Can I add? Ooh, like all sorts of new things going on here. Sorry, y'all, I was taking a nap. I was tired. These are the people you know, right? These are the people you don't know. Anybody want to have a bigger business in 2025 than they did in 2024? Oh, wow. All of your heads are nodding. We even got hands up. Sheila's got her hand up in the air, but she didn't buy me a Christmas gift, y'all. You can get my address from Jan, just saying. So how do we do that? Well, the people you know, they can only give you so many deals. The people you don't know can give you everything else. All the wealth, all the connection, all the love, all the consistency lies in the people you don't know. except for we're not calling them. We're not talking to them. When we do a deal of the week and somebody raises our hand, we run away from them because they said, that's a shitty deal. That's not a deal. You call that a deal? What should you say to them? Do we want to fight them and argue with them and be combative with them? I see a lot of stuff, you guys. I hear a lot of things. I see a lot of things. So, a couple of things right now. In the chat or out loud, what are some things that are in your head that are not allowing you to be present? Shout them out, say them out, write them out, type them out. What are some things that you need to just let go of right now? What are things that are in your brain? I got to pick up the kids. Oh, I got to go get the tire fixed. Molly, I got to go get drugs, not cocaine, right? Like, what is it that we have in our brains that we need to let go of that is not letting us? Okay, so just write it down. Organization, dinner, expectations, change your expectations for appreciation. Your life changes, right? No comment on that one. Shiny objects. Jan Michael, different Jan Michael. I scared. Ooh, we're not growing fast enough. That'll kill you every time. I didn't do my run this morning. So workouts. What else? Anticipation. What else you guys got going on in those brains of yours? Scary places. I have a buyer threatening. Just that word puts you in fight or flight, just so you know. Buyer threatening to cancel. Errands. What kind of errands do we have to run? What else? Dinner. Melissa will be fine. Distractions. What kind of distraction? You guys, I don't want you to like judge your thoughts. I want you to tell me what your exact thoughts are right now. What are your exact thoughts? Like, what do you actually have to do? Like, I got to book a chiropractor appointment. I'm going to go get like a balloon stuck up my nose and have them like adjust my nose so I can breathe better. I don't know. Fuck it. Why not? Who cares? Then I can do more cocaine. Oh, the joys of last day of the year. Next deal, right? See, that's just racist, Sean. That's just racist. So money, right? Should I open an office? Right, there you go. What's on your day-to-day tasks right now? You guys are thinking big. What's on your day-to-day tasks right now? Okay, there we go. I got to pay some bills. Pay bills. What else? I need to do my social post. What else? I need to work my database. Appointments for my other business. Money. Kim, you got money on your mind. IG. What else? How do I get lost in all the noise? Automations. Ugh, that sounds horrible. Just hire my cousin in Bangladesh. Let him do it. What else? What's important? CRM shit, right? Presentations. Oh, we got to do these presentations. I got to study. None of you guys have kids to pick up? That's weird. A room of 50 of us and none of you got kids? Like, do we need to call Child Protective Services over there? Jan, hello? Test. Like, none of you guys got like doctor's appointments, right? Like, that's what you want to write down. Write down the stuff in your head that you have to do, because none of this stuff happens if you can't get that stuff out. Like, what else are we working on a daily basis? Back taxes. There we go. It's 10 a.m. Do you know where your children are at? Right, Danny? Danny, it's like, what time is it for you, Danny? It's like 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Okay. So the first thing we need to do when we're about to go do something is do a brain dump. If you want to learn how to focus more, brain dump first. You know why? Because all of this crap in your brain is taking away your focus. The biggest challenge that we have as human beings is that we don't know how to focus. Why? Well, because we were never taught how to focus. So the way you learn to focus is you remove the distractions. Well, how do you do that, Vic? They're always there. You just write them down. You just write them down. Like, crazy, right? You just write them down and then they just seem to disappear. And once you write them down, you can decide on what's important and what's not important, right? So like here, you could take all of this stuff, right? So here's your big ass brain dump. And here's what's actually important. And all you do is you just transfer all the things that you wrote down from here to here. And you'll realize that like, oh, cool, this is my to-do list. It's 6 things, not 750,000 things. You guys are turning off your cameras. That's not nice. I could take off my camera too, but I'm just saying that wouldn't be nice. Just saying. Nobody likes talking to blank screens. So can we learn how to focus by just writing things down? Did you want us to see what you're writing? Oh, there you guys go. Thank you. Did you guys see this earlier, right? And now you see this. You take this, right? Maybe like I had to buy gifts for my house cleaner's daughter, right? So we were thinking about buying her a bike. This is my version of a bicycle. Like, cool. But then we found out that we didn't need to buy her a bike because her mother-in-law is giving her a bike. And so we bought her other stuff, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. We got the gifts, right? So you take all of this stuff from here and you just put it over here onto your important tasks. And now you have focus because y'all are a bunch of squirrels running around out there. You guys are all a bunch of Peanut the squirrels running around out there, right? And what happened to Peanut the squirrel? Got its head cut off. I know. Too soon? Too soon? Too soon. It's okay. Too soon. If you guys want to survive and thrive in 2025, you have to learn how to get rid of the noise. And the noise that is in your life is the distractions that take away from your actual full achievements in your life. The first thing you do is a big ass brain dump. And then you take the important stuff and you just whoop, whop it over to the right side of the page. That's your to-do list. Probably about 3 to 4 minutes is all you need for that. All the crap in your brain. Manny, I got to go talk to the boss. Right? Just put it over to the side. Write it down, put it over. You guys, all this shit is so easy. Okay. Everybody give Molly love. She's not feeling well. She's going to go back to sleep. I believe that a lot of the things that we're trying to do is just to understand ourselves. The goals, right? The goals that we build are just so we have a better understanding of ourselves, right? Because like, why are your goals your goals, right? Like, why are your goals your goals? I don't know. You have to figure that out. A lot of goals come with self-reflection, right? When we learn to self-reflect, which is a perfect time of the year, things start to shift in our world. And so like some of the questions you could ask yourself is like, what are the events or experiences that have shaped your life, right? Think back to when there was a significant challenge that you overcame, right? Many of you are right now facing significant challenges. And instead of leaning into it, you're leaning away from it. But think about the challenges that you've been through in life. Aren't you glad you grew through them and you became a better person to handle and tackle those? You'd be pretty lame people if you never went through anything challenging. Every day is that opportunity. And if you don't have anything challenging in your life, like go create some adversity. Manufacture adversity because it'll make you better. The gym is manufactured adversity. A cold shower for some of you. Oh, I could never take a cold shower. Shut up. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You won't die. You'll just suffer a little bit. You'll come out. You'll be better. I can't do it. Oh, you can. What are some of your passions? All right. You guys want these slides? Okay, fine. I'll give them to you. Let's give you these slides. What are some of your guys' passions in life? What are some of your guys' passions in life? What's your personality like? I'm sure y'all can tell me my personality. Very, very empathetic and caring and soft and kumbaya. Let's all hold hands. No, I'm a driver. Let's get shit done. But if I'm always a driver, like it's going to be bad. So you have to think about your personality too, right? Like, what are your reoccurring patterns and behavior and your thought processes? Believe it or not, Camila, I'm scared to know who you're texting in the background over there. I'm watching you. Your reoccurring thoughts, behaviors, and patterns, you guys, these are called your personal reality, which become your personality. If you don't change those, you get the same thing year in and year out and year in and year out. So now you just get to write your goals. So we're going to take like 3 minutes here. All right, we're going to take like 3 minutes here. I'm just going to have you guys write some goals down that you want for 2026. All right. What year are we in? 24, 23, 22. Who knows? Write down some things you want next year. Let's go. Start writing, y'all. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. So I did a 10-minute ice bath the other day. Super nice. A little cold afterwards. Camila, let's go. Cold plunge in the pool. Atta girl, love it. Let's go, y'all. Keep writing. What are some things you want for next year? Who do you aspire to be? What are you working towards? Right? What are you dedicated to doing every single day? Your goals don't hit themselves. Any of you guys keep saying, I want to do 2 deals a month, but we're on year 9 in real estate and you're still not at 2 deals a month? What are you dedicated to doing every single morning to assure you get to that 24 deals a year, become a top agent? Because it's not going to happen if you do the same thing this year. 2025 isn't going to make your year better. You're just starting fresh. So if you're going to start fresh, let's start fresh and brand new. What are you dedicated to doing every single day? I know Camila and Laura, they have an accountability thing. Every morning they role play. Every morning they make, I don't know, something small like 30, 40 calls a day. Super easy. You can't do 30 or 40 calls a day. Like, go get a job as a TC. Like, I don't know what would hold you back from doing that. There's no excuses. Keep writing. Keep writing. What are you dedicated to? What are you working towards? What are you focusing on? Right? What do you hope to do? Maybe it's time for you guys to stop making New Year's resolutions and actually just make new you commitments. Maybe it's time to get back in the gym and changing your diet. Not for 3 weeks, not for 3 months, but for the rest of your freaking life. If you have a long-term outlook, Short-term hurdles no longer get in your way. The problem is that we try too many things, but trying is not committing. If you're trying things, you're not committing to things. If you're not committed, you don't get. What are you committed to doing? What are you committed to doing? Write down 3 things you're committed. 1 for your business, 1 for your health, 1 for relationships. Because if you only work, you have a very poor life. If you only spend time with your family, you're just poor. You can't buy them anything that they need, which could be bad unless you have a rich parent that left you a lot of money. And if you work a lot, right? And you're at the gym a lot, but you forget about the people you're doing it for, well, then they might be sad. And you might be sad. All right, so we got some shares in the chat. Sal wants to do 36 deals. Sal, I need you to build a business plan around that. Right? And I'll show you guys how simple it is to do it. Angelina, 10 contracts in the first 30 days. 5 new brokers scale, lose 60 pounds. So I'm just going to put this out there because I don't know what your business looks like. But this, if you're not on track, is pretty daunting and very easy to break, right? So like you have to break this down for the year. So like our goal for 2025 is super simple, right? Cody and I goal is super simple. 1 sale a day, 5 days a week in Q1, 2 sales a day, 5 days a week in Q2, 3 sales a day, 5 days a week in Q3, 4 sales a day, 5 days a week in Q4. If we do that, we hit our target. If we do that, we hit our target. If you don't break it down with momentum to build it up, you're going to fail. Because when you say I got like 10 contracts in your first 30 days, that may or may not make sense, right? Without context, I don't have the contrast to give you. But if you've never done 10 deals in that much time, and you haven't been dedicating every single day for the last 60 days to building the momentum and the systems and the SOPs, you're going to land hard on your face. Here's what I don't want anybody to do. Can I share what I don't want you guys to do? Because this is what most agents do. This is what most people do. I didn't hit my goal in 2022, 2023, 2024. So I'm just going to add all that up, and that's my goal for 2025. That's guaranteed failure. What are you dedicated to? In Spanish, right, Camila, they say, ¿qué tú dedicas? Like, what do you dedicate your life to when you want to figure out like what your job is? What are you dedicated to do? Showing houses and listing homes is not a dedication, FYI. That's fun. How do you get the listing presentations? How do you get the buyer presentations? It's this little nasty word that starts with a P called prospecting. Prospecting. Every day. I know, Sean, it's that dirty little word. Every day. How much time do you need to do it? If you're a shitty prospector, you need a lot more time. If you're good at prospecting, you need a lot less time. Figure it out, y'all. Not rocket science here. It's super simple. Are you good or bad? If you're good, probably get away with an hour a day. If you're shitty, you might need 4. Get better. It's your life. I like to say that I teach people to be lazy. Like, that's what I teach people to be lazy. Why? Because I'm lazy. Not because I don't want to work hard. Just want to chase people down. It's a lot easier if you can close on the first appointment. It's a lot easier if you can book an appointment from the first conversation than it is if you have to go 47 conversations chasing people. Just saying. If your closing percentage on met people, right? If your closing percentage, well, here, let's just get into it. In the hyper competitive world we live in, it's easy to fall in the trap believing that success at any cost is the only path to achievement. Remember, one work goal, one personal goal, one health goal. The 4 F bombs: fitness, faith, finance, family. Where do you need to work on, right? Like, you should have a circle of life and you should have different slices of the pie. If you're super poor, questions in the chat, Kim. If you're super poor, you might need to spend a little bit more time on your money right now. If you're super unhealthy, you might need to spend a little bit more time on your health right now, right? If your family says, fuck you, dad, I hate your guts, you probably need to spend a little bit more time with your family right now. Where do you need to spend time is important because that will help you put the time in. Kim, throw your question in the chat because we're gonna move fast because we're running behind a little bit here. Throw your question in the chat. If we can handle it at the end, we will. Here's some essential numbers that you should be tracking. The biggest problem that agents have is they don't know shit about their business. Y'all know about how much you know more about Taylor Swift and your favorite football team. You know more about the elections and the exact percentages that Trump had and Kamala had and Biden had. And you know how much money goes here, there, and there, but you don't have a clue how much money goes into your bank account. Effing wild. Effing wild. Oops. How many of you guys, be real in the chat, don't know how many calls you make on a daily basis? Don't say, oh, well, I sometimes track. That's not a daily basis. That's a sometimes. And if you like some checks, that's awesome. If you like some money, that's great. But you're not going to hit your goals. Just so you know, to be a two deal a month solo agent puts you in the top 1% of agents in the entire country. You might not win an award at your brokerage because there's other people that are doing better, but you're in the top 3 to 5, 1% of every single agent in the nation. And if you happen to sell expensive properties and you do 24, you know what I hear from a lot of people is, Vic, if I could only sell $2 million houses and I only need to sell 10 to hit my goal. Yeah, but what if you don't sell $2 million houses? Then you're effed. Because we don't focus on the most important thing. What's the most important thing? The numbers. How many calls did you make? So in your goals, I bet none of you said I'm dedicating the next 6 months to sales training and tracking, which is probably what you need. But you said I'm dedicating to posting more on social media, doing deal of the week, working on my CRM, cleaning up this, doing this, this, and this. But you still don't know what to say to people. Number one problem that agents have, they don't know what to say. I'll never go out of business, just so you know, even with AI, I'll never go out of business. I will never go out of business because no matter what, everybody wants the easy route, not the hard route. So they all want the easy route. What's the easy route? Oh, I'll just send a DM, I'll send a message, I'll send an email, I'll send a text. Any AI can do that. Doesn't make you special. Don't expect referrals. How many conversations are you having? Don't track conversations based off of what you consider a good conversation. Because I'll tell you what you guys consider good conversations. It's typically not great anyways. A conversation is somebody picks up the phone and says, hello. And you say hi and they hang up. That's a conversation. But Vic, no, I don't want to hear it. How many appointments did you book? Well, you know, I had to talk to NASA to get my algorithm so that you guys, if you have to talk to NASA to get your algorithm, you're complexing it. How many calls did you make? How many conversations did you have? How many appointments did you book? How many of those people showed up? Every single one of these areas is going to have drop off. The better you do, the smaller the drop. The worse you are, the bigger the drop. The more excuses you make, the bigger the drops. Just don't make excuses. Get better. Right? 2024 is ending. Okay? We don't need to make excuses. How many people showed up? Out of those people that showed up, how many deals did you close? Out of those deals, you're going to get this thing called a GCI. This is what all the agents talk about at all the cool conferences. First question everybody asks at the cool conferences is, what's your GCI? If you're part of Triz, you get the recordings. If you're not, you got to take notes. Here's a more important number, though. What's your net commission income? How much money did you keep? Last year, we talked to somebody. Last night, we talked to somebody. They made $150K for the year, but they're down 20 grand. Had multiple assistants, right? No scorecards. You guys can't afford me, but we have 5 different things that we're not even utilizing services of. Go audit your fucking bank statements. Please. Please. Like, I wasn't trying to drop the F-bomb, but it hurts to see you working so hard to not keep 50 to 70% of your dollars. Hurts. Here's what really matters. All of these things come down to being able to do this. What's your booking percentage? Right? How many conversations does it take to book an appointment? The better you are, the smaller it is. You can become a little bit lazy. Not that you can't do it every day. You just don't need as much time. You don't need to talk to as many people. What's your showing percentage? How many of the people that booked an appointment with you actually showed up? If that number's low, that means that people are getting you off the phone, telling you what you want to hear, and you're buying their stuff. You're buying their manure. How many people that you met at an appointment signed a listing or a buyer agreement with you? If it's under 40 to 50%, you're leaving a ton of dough on the table. Jen, what was your number before? A hang up is a connect. If they say hello, that's a connect. Absolutely. Because otherwise, if I give you guys too much leeway, you're going to track crazy stuff and your numbers are never going to be right. Jan, 7 months ago before we started, what was your conversion on listings? Do you remember?
Probably like 60%.
60?
Yeah,
And what's it now?
85, 90.
That means he was getting around 6 out of 10, and now he's getting 8 to 9 out of 10. And your price go up?
Yeah,
How much?
average 100,000.
So watch this. So he's getting 100 grand more, right? Y'all think you need leads. You don't need leads. He goes on 10 appointments. Before he was doing 6 deals. If his average commission was 10K, that would be 60K. It's a lot more, but we're just going to use 10K for easy math. I'll give you guys his address later, and you can go grab a stocking and hang it up over the mantle for Christmas. Now on 10 appointments, he's doing 9 deals, which is 90K. But not only is he doing 9 deals, but the deals went up how much? 100 grand. So his 90K became 13K. So 9 times 13 is what? 130 minus 9. 121? 121. Is that correct? Somebody?
90 plus 27. It's 117, isn't it?
Close enough. 117K. The same exact amount of work, double the income. But I need to go buy more leads. How many of you guys put on your goal sheet, right? How many of you guys put on your goal sheet that I'm dedicated to reviewing 1 outbound sales call per day? Nobody? Oh, okay. Okay. Maybe we should put it down there. How many of you put on your goal sheet that you're dedicated to recording your conversations? How many of you put on your goal sheet, I am dedicated to become better at objection handling? Or better yet, objection prevention. How many of you put on your goal sheet, I am dedicating the next 6 months to not focus on 900 trainings inside every single different part of the world and podcasts and going wide, but going deep on one skill? We learn too much, we implement too little because we get overwhelmed. Learning is a dopamine hit, ladies and gentlemen. Focus is a gift. Okay. I'm going to drop you guys some gifts. Do not request permission to my trackers. Do not request permission to my trackers. Make a copy for yourself. Repeat that. Do not send me a message. Vic, I need permission to change your tracker. Make a copy and track on your own. I'm going to give you guys a gift though, okay? I'm going to give you guys a gift. Can you guys see the screen? I'm going to give you guys 3 gifts. If you guys are in the academy, you have the more advanced tracker, but for everybody who's not, this is your first one. This is your income production, right? Sales predictor. This will break down how many conversations a month you need to have, how many a day, what your sales price is, breaks down your commission rates, breaks down your sales prices, the whole shebang, okay? All you need to do is fill in the information. If you don't have the information because you didn't track last year, that's okay. I'm not mad at you. It's not your fault. It is your problem now that you know. Not your fault. It is your problem. Go with industry averages and take 20% off or 10% off. So if industry averages are 30%, go with 22% because it gives you the leeway you need so that you work harder. And then as you start tracking over the next couple of months, you'll figure out if you need to do that or not. The second document I'm going to give you, again, if you guys are in TRIZ 2.0 or 3.0, you don't need these. These are more basic. This is a daily tracker. All right. This is your output. What's the date? What time of the day did you start? How many people did you add to your database? How many hours did you work? Just so you know, the only work you do in real estate is prospecting. Everything else is servicing. Don't confuse service hours for work hours. What's your job? You guys, what's the job? What's your only job?
Prospecting.
You should do more of it than you think you need to. I promise you, you will come back to me next year and say, Vic, thank you. It was the hardest thing for us to do, but we appreciate you. Our business has never been better. There is no reason for you not to prospect from 8 to 10, 8 to 11, 9 to 12 every day. There is no reason for you not to do it unless you just don't like money, and that's okay. Because there is somebody in your market that likes it more than you, and they will take it. How many hours did you prospect? How many outreaches, pickups, conversations, appointments, shows, and closed deals? Objection 1, 2, and 3, right? What was your objections you got for the day? When you track them, we can work on them. When you know what people are giving you and you see the pattern, then you can work on them. Okay. And if you come to the bottom of the page, you guys, this is what I love about this. I'm a numbers guy. Nothing matters unless you can take this data and actually use it. This gives you your totals, right? How many hours, contacts, conversations, appointments booked, appointments show, closed deals. And it breaks it down into percentages. It's like, okay, cool. I need to make 564 calls per closed deal. Take the emotion out of your life. Track your stuff. Okay. Here's another one. Don't ask me for permission. Just make a copy. The last one is because y'all don't know how much money you make. You don't know how much money you make, which I get it. It's easy to think we make a lot, but what you keep is more important than what you make. I know agents who make 100 grand, but they keep so much of it. I know agents who make 250 that keep none of it. 4 VAs, leads, Zillow, team splits, this split, TCs, like all this crap, and they keep nothing. So here every month, right? Starting with January, deal, source, status, sale, client, address, sales price, commission, GCI, splits, additional fees, taxes, net commission. Y'all better be saving money in a tax account. Go to Capital One, open up multiple accounts. Oops, here. Oops, there we go. Oops, there we go. Go into Capital One, open up multiple accounts. Every time you get paid, pay yourself first, pay your taxes first, pay an emergency fund first, have a fun account, and then the last one is what you spend on your day-to-day expenses. If you can't afford the 7 series, get rid of it. Norma, just scroll up to the top. Somebody help out. Somebody help Norma out. Thank you, Camila. And the third one, oh yeah, that was all 3, right? We covered 3? 1, 2, 3. You got your income predictor. You got your monthly dashboard, right? You guys, this is so cool. Like, look how cool this is. It breaks it down by sales volume, commission. This thing's cost me like thousands of dollars to build a couple years ago. Net commissions, deal status, sources. Like, it breaks it down to sources so you know what you're good at, what you're not good at. Buyers, sellers, the whole shebang. Breaks down your total sales volume, your GCI, your NCI, number of deals, actives, pendings, buyers, sellers. Like, pretty slick. Pretty slick. Laura, just message me privately in the chat. Show me what you're talking about. We'll figure it out. This is one that I made. The other one's one that we outsource. So maybe that's why. Super easy to do, but it's also super easy not to do. And because it's easy to do and it's easy not to do, and because you have to be a person that loves delayed gratification, most people won't do it. I know you won't. I know. I'm just listening to all your excuses that you're telling me. I know. You're right. All of your excuses you are correct with. Do you want your excuses or do you want the money? Do you want the excuses or do you want to be a top? Do you want your excuses or do you want another year of the same old shit? You don't need to do 60 deals to make money. You need to make money and track what you're spending it on to realize, like, I don't need that shit. I get Amazon boxes here. I get so excited. Jan sent me a book today. Thank God the print is big. I appreciate it, Jan. I appreciate it. It's super nice of you. So we're going to tap into market trends real quick, because here's what you guys need to get in front of. You need to get in front of rising prices, right? There's going to be more buyers now. Like, every year after an election, prices go up and certainty goes up. Why? Because it doesn't matter who wins or loses. It matters that there's no more uncertainty. Certainty equals confidence. Confidence equals prices going up. Okay. So you need to get in front of that, right? Just be aware of that. Prices are going up. What else are you guys seeing? Is inventory going to increase or not? A little bit. Maybe we'll see a small increase in inventory, little rise. So you need to get in front of that, because your buyers and sellers are going to say, what? Where are we going to move? You got to get in front of that. What else? What else do you need to get in front of? What other trends do you need to get in front of? You got to know how to speak to this, prices. You got to know how to people waiting for rates to drop. I don't know if they're going to drop or not, but it's probably good if they don't. It's probably good if rates don't actually drop, because prices are going to really go up then. We kind of actually want rates to stay where they're at. Just saying, because once prices go up, they typically are very hard to come down, right? You got to be able to talk about affordability. These are the things you got to talk about, right? People are going to have uncertainty in the market, right? If you lean politically one way or the other, you might be very excited. You might be very scared. So you should know your demographic of the people you're talking to. Like, it's super important we learn to talk about money, politics, religion, and sex. Because if you could talk about those 4 topics in a cool, calm, collected manner, you could talk about anything in the world. It's important you talk about these things. Maybe not with prospects and clients, but it's important that you get right. It's important that you, Randy, if you want to win, you have to know how to talk about these situations. 100%. You nailed it, my friend. You have to know how to talk about what happens if prices go up, right? In Jan's market, Sal's market, right? In a lot of your markets, Camila's, Laura's, you got to talk about multiple offers. Not multiple orgasm, multiple offers. Did I say that out loud? A couple of you laughed. Okay, we're still here. All right, just checking. I know, Jan, after you do a whole bunch of Molly, cocaine, and turkey, it's what you talk about.
Right.
Sean, you could leave. We're adults. Told you. Sex. Told you we could talk about sex, money, religion, and politics. I could talk about all four of them and not get triggered. Why? Because it doesn't matter what your beliefs are, because you're allowed your own beliefs. Like alcohol, cocaine, the three brothers in Miami that were selling multi-billion-dollar houses that got, what the fuck, man? You guys are rich and what's wrong with people? I don't know why you guys send me that stuff. I don't care. I really don't care about that stuff, but I appreciate you guys keeping me abreast of what's happening in the United States of America. You got to know how to talk about affordability. You have to know about what you say when people say, I want to wait. You have to know what to say when people talk about, well, we want to wait for more inventory. People have been waiting for more inventory since 2018. We have to know what to say when people say prices are going to go up, prices are going to go down. We have to know what to say when people say, we want to wait because, or we don't want to offer because it's multiple offers. We have to know what to say when people say there's uncertainty, we want to wait. We have to know what to say when people say, well, we don't want to downsize, right? All the boomers out there that are sitting on billion-dollar homes that screwed the market for all of us. If you're older, I'm sorry, it's true, you did it. Now you're telling your kids to go buy a house and kids are like, yeah, Dad, how? You're not moving and we can't afford it, right? You got to know what to say because people are getting priced out of the market every single day. All right. So these are some of the market trends you should be preparing for over the holidays, right? These are some of the market trends you should be preparing for over the holidays. If you don't know what to say, that's going to be a problem for you next year. It was a problem for you this year. It's going to be a problem for you next year. And if you say the stuff that they teach at traditional real estate conferences, you're going to sound like every other agent, and you're probably not going to be in love with it because if you're still here much time with me, you probably like the little bit of a different vibe, a little bit of different energy, a little bit of a different track pattern. If you don't like it, go to the other people. There's plenty of them out there. Knock yourself out. Just don't go in unprepared. Whatever you do, don't go unprepared. Do something or you end up doing nothing. And I'd much rather do something and be proactive than be reactive. Last thing I want you guys to do is I want you guys to write yourself a gratitude letter. I want you guys to write a gratitude letter. Yeah, first-time buyers, right? Move up, move down, all that stuff that you guys have in your individual markets. You know, if you guys work with a lot of elderly, what do you talk to them about? Like you got to have a plan for all of this stuff. Real estate is so diverse. It's so difficult. Investors, right? Sal and I worked on something to say to investors, how to get them more onto their emotional side, find their real goals for wanting to buy houses. It's not for more money. It's what the money does. It's not for more room. It's what the room does. It's not for a bigger backyard. It's what the backyard allows. Sometimes people just want bigger houses because they want to say F you to the neighbors. Like neighbors, AKA their cousin lives across the street, build a big ass house, and now they want to go build a bigger house. You guys don't think that's why some houses are so big and the lots are so small? I want you guys to write yourself a gratitude letter. It can be short, it could be long. It could be 3 paragraphs, it could be 5 paragraphs, it could be 10 pages. But what are you grateful for? Who have you become? Bless you, Louisa. Who have you become? What have you overcome? Who are the people that get to rely on you? Grateful for you too, Sal. Glad you showed up. Right? What are some of the trials and tribulations that you've gone through? It's so easy to say, I'm not where I want to be. It's so easy to kick yourself in the shins constantly and beat yourself up every single hour of every single day. It's so easy to get caught in the weeds of this person did this and that person did that. And they've only been in the industry for 5 hours and I've been here for 10 years and they're at 50 deals and $1 billion and I'm still stuck at 3. So easy to beat yourself up. And the more you beat yourself up, the more you push yourself vibrationally away from what you want. You are not the same person today that you were 12 months ago. You are better. You are here. That's a sign. There's something that brought you here. There's something that brought you to this session today. Vic, I pay you. Okay, good. Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it. That's why you're here. No, you're here because of what you know you want to become. You should appreciate yourself for that. The amount of us that beat ourselves up at this time of the year because we can't take the family trip maybe that we wanted to take. We had to postpone the new house. We had to postpone the car. We had to postpone this. Ladies, you do it worse than men, right? Ladies, you will postpone everything and give it to your families. It's just the caretaker in you. We appreciate it. But the one thing you can give yourself every single day, no matter what, is gratitude. Gratitude is latitude. Gratitude is mindset. Gratitude is appreciating what you have and vibrationally changing yourself to where you want to go. Gratitude is changing the way that your compass in your brains, it's called the RAS, a reticulating activating system, walks through the world. Instead of finding all the crap, it finds all the good. When you're done writing yourself that gratitude letter, I want you to actually mail it to yourself, because you're going to forget about it, or give it to somebody who you trust that will actually mail it to you in the next 90 days, anytime in the next 90 days. So when you're walking through and you're grabbing your mail, you get a letter in your own handwriting, addressed to you, from you, to you. Because I promise you, it gets hard before it gets easy, and it gets hard again. I know they say the only thing you can guarantee in life is taxes and death. I can guarantee that it's also going to get hard. I don't care how good you have it. Something's going to happen. It's going to kick you and knock you down. And that letter is going to come at the perfect time for you. So either send it to yourself and then put it in a drawer, and then put a random, like, give your phone to your kid and just say, hey, just put in my calendar somewhere letter, and put an alarm. And then all of a sudden one day you're going to get that calendar letter, and you're going to open the letter that you wrote to yourself today. And you're going to cry. And you're going to cry because the person you're then is not the person that wrote the letter today. And you're going to see your growth. And you're going to see who you've become, because you've made dedications. You didn't make goals. You didn't make resolutions. You made dedications to your future self. And when you dedicate something, you do it. And you made dedications today. I don't give a fuck about goals. I care about your dedications, because when you're dedicated to something, you do it. So what are you dedicated to? Are you dedicated to writing yourself a letter from your current state to your future state? And then taking 30 seconds and reflecting back and like, I am not the same person. Wow, that crazy Indian was right. Huh. Weird. Write yourself a gratitude letter. Practice gratitude on a daily basis. Put a gratitude alarm every single night at 8:30. Stop and just stop. If you're at dinner with a bunch of people and your gratitude alarm goes off, shut everybody up. Everybody just speak one thing into the universe that they're grateful for. It'll change the entire outcourse of that meal. The food will taste better. The wine will get you more drunk. Sex will feel better. The whole shebang. And everybody the next day will be like, thank you so much, Laura. Thank you so much. That was so cool. Any questions, you guys? No questions? I don't believe it. No questions? We went 4 hours last night. Jan, we went 4 hours last night. Can you believe it? Leanne,
After the call,
we went to
the
8.
same Zoom.
The same Zoom meeting that's supposed to end at like 6 o'clock went to 8:30.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was wild. There's tears. There's tears. Sandra came over to Camila's desk 6 feet away from her. She's like, "Is Vic drunk?" What questions do you guys have? If you guys are not hanging out with us inside of Triz, you should. You don't have to, but it's a fucking awesome place to be. Just go to Instagram if you want more information. But what questions do you guys have? Don't tell me you don't have any questions, because then I expect everybody to send me a message saying, "Hey, here's our gratitude letter with a picture of the envelope."
Vic, I have a question around.
Who's that? Salvolo?
Yes, it is. So a lot of the times you notice that, with New Year's resolutions and people setting these goals, and I'm sure as many right now, feeling motivated to do the things that you're doing, but things tend to taper off, right? And kind of fall off 2, 3, 4 weeks out. What have you noticed?
14 days.
Yeah. What are some things that you've noticed that have helped you stay consistent for the long run?
I don't set goals. I actually don't like goals. Goals to me have always been failures. Because I set these goals that are so lofty that they're impossible to do. I make plans. I get a calendar, right? Just like I teach you guys calendar closing. I get a calendar and I craft it. So last week or 2 weeks ago, when Cody and I went and did our business planning for the year, he said, "What do you want to do next year?" I said, "I want to do 4 mil." He's like, "Okay." And I could see his eyes kind of pop out of his head. He goes, "Where'd you get 4 mil from?" I said, "Well, that would be double and a little bit more than where we're currently at." And he goes, "Okay, how do we plan to get there?" So, "Well, how many working days are a year? What's our average ticket?" We track everything. What's our average ticket? What's this? What's that? What's this? What's that? And when we broke it all down, we realized how many sales we needed to do. It just magically worked out that it was 4, 3, 2, 1. It just God just was like, "Here you go, 4, 3, 2, 1." I was like, "Here's what we do." I can totally get my team to 1 deal a month, 1 deal a day. That's 5 sales a week. It's 20 sales a month. That's so easy. 66 sales in Q1. Like, that's it. Like, we don't even need to grow the team right now. If we got everybody 10% better, 10% higher show rate, 10% more close, 10% more on the second appointment, we're at 1.75. He's like, "Cool." We planned it out. Right? You got to put the time up front to sharpen your sword. What are we dedicated to? Right? Now, don't set goals as, we did set the goal around the number. Mosquito. We did set the goal around the number, right? But the goal without the plan is just lofty intentions. I think we're going to do more than that next year, right? We got Arturo. It's like, we need a client success manager about 60 days ago, because I need Luisa back helping me doing my stuff. And so we brought in Arturo to do more of the client success stuff, right? Cody built a scorecard. Arturo, first weekend, he went through the whole Triz portal. Some of y'all been here for months, you haven't been through it. Arturo's been through the whole thing once, if not twice, with notes on every single topic. Now, can he go out and do a listing presentation tomorrow? Probably not. But he had a scorecard of what to do when he showed up. You don't set goals without a plan, right? So like, there was somebody who said, like, "I'm going to do 10 this, I'm going to lose 60 pounds, I'm going to do this, and it was like this big fat like paragraph of like things that they want to do. Not saying it's not achievable. I know that the way most people set goals is it's set up for failure. How are we going to lose the 60 pounds? I don't want to lose any weight. I want to create a lifestyle. See, the difference in your wording is very powerful. She wants to lose weight. I want to have a healthy lifestyle. Which one's more powerful? I might fluctuate a little bit, but I have a lifestyle based off of health. You guys saw me take my pills this morning. My house, I have 7 different biohacking devices. My office is right next door to a gym and a red light therapy place. I can bike there. I can bike home. That's 6 miles a day. It's 1,000 feet of elevation. It's a lot. At 5,000 feet of elevation. Every 3 days a week, I get my cardio in. You build your lifestyle, and then the things that you don't need this, like you don't need motivation because you built a lifestyle. How many of us, when the holidays come around, we make excuses about eating like shit? You don't have a good lifestyle. It's easy to say no to pumpkin pie. It's easy to say no to chocolate. It's easy. I do it because I want to. But if I decided, hey, I don't want to eat chocolate tomorrow, it wouldn't be a hard thing. Why? Because it's a lifestyle. We track our numbers every day. We have a daily stand-up meeting every day. Now, Vic, I don't have a team. When you're solo, you have a team. Who's your team? You should all point to yourselves if you're solo. So you should have a stand-up meeting every day where you go over what? Go over your numbers. How many of you guys are dedicated to doing that over the next 12 months? When you stand up and you look at your numbers and you go, okay, yesterday I didn't do shit. I would do it in a bathroom. I would do it in a public bathroom where people have to hear you so you have accountability. 0 calls today, 0 appointments, 0 conversations, 0 contracts signed, $0 made. You only need to do that for like 3 or 4 days in a bathroom where you're like, all right, this sucks. And you'll do one of 2 things. You'll either quit or you'll commit. You'll either quit or you'll commit. One of the 2 things happens. Especially if you go to the bathroom right after like coffee hour in like a public place. Ooh, explosive diarrhea. And stall number 3, you'll either quit or you'll commit. But you won't do both. Just put a 10 on it. 10x that shit. Yeah, maybe. But if you've never got to where you wanted to be and you 10x it, how quick does your motivation drop? Have layers so that you can hit numbers. But it's dedications, it's commitments, it's lifestyle. What kind of business owner are you? Arash, 100%, bro. You are team you. But how many of you guys have families? That's your team. That's who you let down every day. That's who you let down every day. You don't want to do the work? That's okay. You don't hurt me. I'm going to do the work. My team's going to do the work. We're going to work late. We're going to work hard. We're going to put in the hours. We're going to track our shit. I got 22 mouths that look at me every day. I can't give up on them. I built in that accountability. Just different strokes for different folks. You lose motivation because you didn't build a plan. You lose motivation because you only thought about doing it really for 30 days. You lose motivation because you try to take on too much. You lose motivation because you're not disciplined to do a little thing, so you're not disciplined to do a big thing. How many of you guys, if you saw money on the corner, right? You saw a nickel on the street, would you pick it up? I would, because all money matters. And how you do little things is how you do big things. If you don't save money when you don't think you have a lot, You won't save money when you think you have a lot, and you'll always spend to your earnings. How you do little things is how you do everything. If you don't practice and prepare for those 4 or 5 scenarios that we laid out, you won't prepare for any scenario, because how we do little things is how we do everything. If you don't work out because it's Christmas, you won't work out when it's summer, because how we do little things is how we do everything. But when you change your mindset in your life and you go for the long term, how you do little things is how you do everything. When you make your bed in the morning, you become disciplined and organized. You're an organized human being. When you clean up your desk before you go to sleep at night, you're an organized human being. When you practice gratitude on a daily basis, you're a grateful human being. When you are grateful, things start coming to you faster. You become a magnet to the universe. Long answer to a short question. Any other questions, y'all? Who's going to do the gratitude letter? By when? Who put it in their calendar? Who blocked out 30 minutes in their calendar to do it? Because you're going to forget about it. The minute we leave, you're going to forget. Sounds great right now. You're going to forget. Who put 30 minutes into their calendar right now since I talked about it? I love you guys. You're amazing. You're awesome. What you do for the world is incredible. Appreciate yourselves. Don't worry about how many deals you did. Be grateful for the deals you did. This year might have been your best year ever. It might have been your worst year ever. It's okay. It happens. It happens. Be grateful for what you went through. Be grateful you persevered. If it was your worst year ever, look at you right now. You're here learning, doing, implementing. That means you're a fighter. Pat yourself on the back. Love yourself. You didn't quit. You didn't throw in the towel. You know how many emails we send out every single day? Bounced. Email no longer active. You know how many calls we make every day? Agents no longer active. Hey, we're retired. You can take us off. Retired? You're 27 years old. You're not retired. You quit. Let's be straight with our words here, people. Words are power. You quit. The industry pushed you out. Now, I went and got a better job. Well, if you're making $250,000 a year selling real estate, would you have left? No, you quit. Be real. Words have power. All right. I appreciate you guys. Put everything that we talked about in your calendar. All right. Go get the envelope and the stamp. No excuses. Sit down with the envelope and the stamp. No excuses. When you sit down to write that letter, be prepared so that letter is ready to go. I'll see some of you guys later today, some of you tomorrow. The rest of you all I will see next year. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, I'd love a follow. And if you guys want to come and hang out with us a little bit more, if you're a guest, we'd love to have you in the new year. Otherwise, you're a badass, and I'm grateful that I got to serve you today. Peace out. Okay, we got to turn all these things off. So StreamYard, we're going to end. Bye, Facebook and YouTube. See you later. Bye, TikTok.